I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. You know, I posted up on Facebook that I and here's what I wrote. I mourn the tragic racial killing of 3 people in Jacksonville, Florida. And then I said, number one, what about the black on black killings in Chicago? These killings don't get any press. Nobody mourns them. The governor and the city of the state and the mayor don't come. And there were more 3 killings in Chicago by black on black killings this past Saturday, and nobody gets through any reports about it. The media doesn't cover it. And then I said this, and I want you to hear me, and I pray that you received my prayer a few moments ago when I prayed seriously with the pain. And there was a young 29-year-old man that was killed. He has a 5-year-old daughter. There were elder people, and then the vicious, brutal way in which this man was killed. You ought to let me and my boys take care of that shooter. We'll teach him a lesson. That's how painful it is. But I want to tell you something. After having said that truth, I want you to know, black people, and they say this was a racist killing, and it was, but black people are the most racist people on the planet, and they're the most racist people ever. And for many obvious reasons, but they don't have to be as racist as they are. And the racism of black people is that they kill each other and they go home and eat a bologna sandwich and some lemonade, and they go to sleep or drink a Mountain Dew, and they go to bed and go to sleep. And nobody knows, bodies laying out in the street, rotting out there in the street. Nobody knows, because police come along, find out here's another dead body. The person who killed him put his gun in his Michael Jordan sneakers, had himself a bologna sandwich and a Mountain Dew, and went to bed that night. And they do it all day long and twice at night. But it doesn't get the proper coverage. Black people are racist. Now, I've worked in the community of Harlem for the past 43 years, and all my energy, all my time, every dollar, every dime I got or will get is to try to uplift black people, to get them, to teach them. And I'm going to share that with you in a more personal way in just a moment, but I think I needed to say this. The combined racism and ignorance makes them blaspheme Jesus as black. People say these black people say that Jesus is black, and I think it's blasphemy. I posted this up on Facebook, right? And this guy named Michael McQueen, he responded to me, and I don't generally respond to Facebook posting. Everybody else handles my channels and platforms. I don't necessarily respond, or even message service. And now, every now and then I go there. But here's what Michael McQueen said about that statement I just made about black people being racist and being the most racist people, killing each other. Michael McQueen says, "You are historically and biblically incorrect, Pastor. I am so sorry for what has happened to you. I looked up to you once as one of our great leaders of this time. I remember No Dew or Rain Harlem campaign. Something happened to you since then. The enemies of our people have sifted you as wheat. You are so sorry. We are so sorry for what has happened, hoping and praying for your deliverance and casting out of that demon." Well, Michael, let me say this. First of all, I'm going to let you hear my response. But Michael, if you were a part of the No Dew No Rain campaign, you will remember the reason why I called it off is because people in the campaign wanted me to just boycott white businesses or Japheth businesses and let every black business, whether they were Muslims or whether they were, if you will, Black Panthers or whatever they were, that just because they were black, they should be exempt from the campaign of No Dew No Rain. And I tried to say to the black people in that, and the reason why I called it off and we stopped it, that in the days of Elijah, from whence I got the No Dew Nor Rain, when God said there will not be dew nor rain upon the land of Israel except for when Elijah calls for it, it didn't just stop raining on the Jews. it stopped raining. Stopped raining on the Samaritans rather. It didn't just stop raining on the Samaritans. It stopped raining on everybody. God was not racist the way you black people are. Y'all are racist as hell. And I said, if we're going to have a boycott of Harlem, we're going to boycott black and white people. We're going to bring down the economy. We're going to bring down the economy. We're going to bring New York City to its knees. And we could have done that. We ain't going to discriminate and just boycott white people. I'm not a racist. And at that, I called it off because people said, well, we ain't going to boycott black people. We'll just boycott. But the Bible, Michael, the Bible says when Elijah called for no dew nor rain, it didn't just stop raining on the Samaritans. It stopped raining on the Jews as well. It stopped raining on everybody. Michael, you people are racist. And until you get that ignorance and racism out of you, you're going to keep on dying. And they're going to keep on shooting you down there in Jacksonville and every place else they shoot you. That's one of my answers. Here's another one. I responded to Michael. I said, I have an MDiv from Union Theological Seminary and a pastor in Harlem for 43 years. The Bible says Jesus is a Jew. And I have to tell you, well, anybody who says that Jesus is black is sick. The Bible is contradicting the Bible. It's blaspheming. Everybody knows he was born of the Virgin Mary. Not only that, but an immaculate conception. And you're going to call him black? Wrong, you're sick. Anyway, so I asked Michael, where am I either historically, theologically, or spiritually wrong? I will tell you what I'm not. And that is a sick member of the least performing, least contributing race of people on the planet. I responded. He responded back. Now, do I have more for his response? Let's see, what do I have here? I guess that's it, but he did have some other responses. But here's what I said. I also stated that many people on my Facebook, many followers tell me I should support Donald Trump. They say he is the best president America ever had. They say Jesus sent him to clean up America, Trump supporters. They say something is wrong with me for calling him a pathological liar and a servant of Satan. These Trump cult followers are some sick, helpless, hopeless people. However, black people are worse than them. Black people's racism lost Harlem. They had a Harlem and they lost it to white people. Talking all that black talk. Talking that black talk at the same time the white man took their houses and put their children and little girls out in the street. You think I want to be with somebody like y'all? You lost your own homes. Put you in the street. And you run around there talking about black power, Mgawa. Black racism lost Harlem to white people following Al Sharpton and Obama. Now all your black scientists, bankers, and engineers that you say that they are living in shelters and sleeping on the streets. One more thing. If Jesus is black, heaven is going to be a ghetto unless white people come to fix it up. Selah. All right, so that was that. And I figured I'd let y'all hear about that.